Anyway, let's see what plays out. Maybe, who knows? Maybe today it would um, it would do that. Not sure yet. Anyway, Uzodinma Supreme Court slams 40 million naira cost on Ozokeme. Uh, Ozokeme, Apex Court frowns at frivolous motion by Ihedioha. Next one, CBN blames cash crunch on uneven flow and huge withdrawals. Who are those making huge withdrawals? So I learned that we've gone back to the era of 20,000 and 15,000 naira to withdrawals. The banks would not even give people more than 20,000 naira. What is the reason? How come? The courts have said the old and new naira can work side by side. So what's happening? What's causing this cash crunch? Who are those withdrawing huge sums when everyday Nigerians cannot even get more than 20,000 naira from their banks? Isn't it just sad? I mean, they blamed Emefiele for this, right? Who are we going to blame now? Emefiele is no longer there. Who are we going to blame? Are the regulators, the CBN, the bank regulators, doing their jobs to ensure that this whole cash crunch thing is dealt with? Are we going to have blames now? What blaming people? What are we doing to see that it's averted? Because this is the Yuletide, right? We're approaching the Yuletide big time. People are going to need cash. Are we still going to make life difficult for Nigerians in this period after what they had to go through in the early months of this year? Come on. Who are we going to blame now? Would it be maybe Emefiele is in prison and controlling monetary policies? Jagba syndrome. Nigerian kills wife in UK over bills. Jagba syndrome. Nigerian kills wife in UK over bills. Now, by the way, the who have been jackbuying using the education route and taking your families, that may no longer happen. The only way you can take dependents now to the UK through the study route would be if you're going for PhD. The living expense as well, or the cost of living, whatever, new basically more stringent measures to curb the inflow of Nigerians and other migrants into the UK coming from April 2024. So, well, education gets 20.08% of Makinde's 434 billion naira budget. Son's coronation kicks off with 150 million naira empowerment scheme. And just there, the bottom strip of the front page, the Nation newspaper, you have Budget 2024. Federal government targets concessionary loans and climate financing. Okay, let's move on quickly from that and get to the Punch newspaper. From the Punch newspaper, Kaduna village bombing. Death toll hits 120. Villagers allege military bombed twice. Kaduna village bombing. Death toll hits 120. Villagers allege military bombed twice. One family loses 32 members. Culprits must be punished. Survivors, AGF, JNI tell military. Rather ACF, that's the Arewa Consultative Forum. Army chief begs victims, says soldiers mistook villagers for bandits. Tinubu, Atiku mourn. Let's hope that there's no repeat of this again. Within 2 years, we've had about 10 of these incidents. Again, let's just move on. Auction. Presidential aircraft bidders get December 24 dead. Revive Ajokuta Steel. 618 billion naira loan. CSO's kick. Excuse me. Power Finance Ministries get 618 billion naira loan. CSO's kick. Also, there you have cabal running Akeredolu's government, stealing funds, says PDP. Cabal running Akeredolu's government, stealing funds, says PDP. Truck crushes woman amid Lagos police Okada riders clash. Again, how Nigerians lose their lives. Over 9,000 civil servants fail promotion exam. Over 9,000 civil servants fail promotion exam. Let's get to it now. Bring you into the conversation. Feel free to jump in with your 2 cents. If any of these headlines tickle your interest this morning, call me on 09073530044 and 09087668888. You can send SMS and WhatsApp messages to 09097054450. And also join us on YouTube and on Facebook if you can. That would be good. Let's get to your thoughts now. We'll get to more headlines in a bit. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Abdullahi Mekano.
Thank you very much indeed, sir. You are doing incredible. God bless you, sir.
Appreciate you. Thank you for joining us.
Sir, it is the highest injustice and impunity for someone to call it a mistake. Bombing people who are doing Islamic procession, that religious procession, we call them as a mistake. Or someone will come to media and say it was a mistake. Remember, it happened in Maiduguri 2 times, happened in Nasarawa, happened in Zamfara 2 times, happened in Niger State. It happened almost 9 times in Nigeria, and you are still calling it a mistake. What a country. For someone to come to media and start defending Nigeria, and by doing so, such person need to be arrested by saying something which is against humanity. It is not a mistake, sir. It's never a mistake. They kill people. It's never a mistake. Only God knows the number of people lost their life in that massacre. It's totally injustice. It's killing people intentionally.
What a country. You don't know that. Mistakes happen in every, human errors, all of these things occur in terms of, reparations and compensation to these people. It is not acceptable. I'm not saying it's acceptable, but we do know that mistakes happen sometimes, even with the best of the military.
But let me ask you a simple question, please. How can you keep repeating mistake by killing people 9 times and still calling the mistake, sir? How can you keep killing people as a mistake, sir? By 9 people, remember it happened in Maiduguri, Nasarawa, Niger State, Zamfara, Maiduguri almost 3 times. Adamawa, it happens in Zamfara 2 times. In Niger State, early this year, it happened also in Nasarawa State. And you are still calling it a mistake, sir. However,
I get your point. I get your point there. I mean, mistakes should not be reoccurring.
Innocent people, you are still calling it a mistake, sir. How about, sir? Sir? It's never a mistake. It's never a mistake. It's never a mistake.
Well said, Abdullahi. Thank you so much for calling. You see, this is the thing. When you continue to make the same mistake over and over, it turns, people would begin to see it as deliberate action. Because mistakes are meant, if it happens, they say if it happens once, it's a mistake. If it happens, a second time, it's a coincidence. But if it happens more than that, then, people begin to look at it and say, look, this is probably not a mistake anymore. They wouldn't want to believe that it's a mistake. So please, the Army, the Air Force, precision is everything. This is your job. This is what you do. People should not, normally in other climes by now we should have seen people resign. Just resign for this is massive. This is a grave error that should not be entertained anywhere. And I get it when people do not want to see it again as a mistake. So please, let's not have recurrence of these kinds of these.
Hello, good morning, Prince Ifanacho.
Good morning, Apostle also live.
God bless you. So the last time I checked, I observed that it's not only alcohol that toscate. I learned that power toscate, money toscate. So all those people that find themselves in the corridor of power and is toscating them, how can a president that his countrymen are crying for hunger and whatever, insecurity, when he's going for a summit in Dubai, he carry all those people to go to Dubai? It's very uncalled for. But if the National Assembly will compare all those people, call it governor, call it minister, that after they are staying in office, they must have a company in this country so that the money they accumulated, that they are using extravagantly, they will use it to make a company here. So that all those our young ones that are coming out from school, they will be engaged in doing one thing or the other. And another thing I want to say, Prince Ihanacho,
yes.
All this blame, they are blaming Mefele. And the person that his principal who sent him for the work, they are not blaming him. Well, Buhari have brought there enjoying his money, whereby the person he sent for the work are now suffering in the prison custody. It's unfair. If I send my son to a duty and he fails, when they are punishing that my son, they will bring me to book and punish me equally. That's how things used to happen in a foreign country, those civilized country. But quite unfortunate in this country, Nigeria, when I send somebody for something he do wrong, you punish only that person, they leave me behind. It's unfair. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Chief. Apostle also life. Get more calls in 090-7353-0044. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mama. And to the Prince. I hope you had a pleasant night rest.
Yes, I did. Thank you so much for asking.
Thank you very much. I remember myself for Bakara Lake. I'm calling from PW Kubwa.
Welcome.
This morning. Prince, I agree with what the PDP on the state have said about the cabals milking the state dry. If the governor at all is not incapacitated, he should address the state in a 10-minute live broadcast. Let us see. This is the problem we're having. You see people, when they are not in a position, they castigate, they say this, they say that, but give them the opportunity, they will do worse. This is a man should resign. But look at him today. He's the senior advocate of Nigeria, former chairman of Nigeria Bar Association. But look at it is cabal for the past how many months now. There is no government in Ondo State. Is this how we're going to continue as a people and as a country? This is shameful. The amount where Villa animal won't chop. Hey, every animal will want to be in Villa.
I'm telling you. Thank you very much, Abubakar Ali.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for calling. Villa animals may be enjoying more than many Nigerians. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, GB. Good to have you.
Sorry, my name is GB.
Welcome, GB.
Yes. Well, the villa animal enjoy more than human being. It's their time.
Mm-hmm.
It's their time. Let me say it. You see, you journalists doing sensational news.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Going with this, going with that. I've not heard where they made the headline, the gains of this conference as the headline. That look, these are the gains there. I mean, you see a lot of things happening there that Nigeria should be.
GB, you tell us the gains. If I mean, that's one of the reasons you open the phone lines, right? So if you know the gains, you tell us. You tell us some of the gains.
The country that have been signed an agreement with the private company from Netherlands to establish solar panel factory in Nigeria. And you can have solar factory in Nigeria. The price of solar installation will reduce because today, when you have a solar panel which installed in your house, it's huge capital. The battery is very expensive. This will create jobs, create employment, and make installation and renewable energy cheaper. But that will not form the headline because of what concerns with the Ben took his age. Anytime when he going out, he go with some of his age who are necessary to him. The aid can be SSC, the aid can be cook, it can be anything. So it's convenience. That's likely my headache. But just because they know that the naysayer and the bad losers and all this is that what they're interested in. That's what they're putting out there to feast upon. But the gain of this, they will not say it. Now about 100 electric vehicles given to Nigeria free of charge are coming to Nigeria. Nobody talk about that.
GB, everything that you mentioned has been in the news. Everything that you mentioned, everything that you
in Kaduna,
yes.
Is it a massacre? Yes, that's the tsunami that we will be hearing. Is it a massacre? A mistake was committed, it's very grievous, it's very something. We are blamed the same thing. That to put a massacre, it's misleading. It's not good for society. It's not good at all. The media has not a problem in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, GB. You blame the media, the same media that reported the same things that you said. Where did you read that from? It's not in the news. All of these things had been reported 2 days ago, and they've been there. Everyone has said these things. So you blame the media. I mean, the media has become a scapegoat for failure in this country. When things go wrong and they report it, that's when everybody says, "Oh, the media." But when they report the good things that you see, I mean, these stories have appeared in dailies. All of the stories that you mentioned, the solar panel Kini, it's been there since 2 days ago. It's been reported by the same media that you criticize. Anyway, if it doesn't favor you, the media is bad. But when it does favor you, oh, it's all good and nice. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Yeah, Chief Cosmos, I'm well.
Yes, Chief Cosmos Sugunali, calling from Suleja. Let me pick it up from here. The former governor of the Imo State, Ihejoha, knowing very well that 60 days has lapsed since the Supreme Court came from that seat and decided to go to court. I'm telling you, Iheanacho, what are the lawyers doing? Lawyers these days, after their money, what they can get, they could have advised him that this is not time to go to court. Look at what he has cost to himself. There is that 40 million naira he has to pay to damage. He went to court and lost. The same lawyer who criticized the same Supreme Court when they lose their case, knowing very well that this is not a good case for them. And in fact, lawyers should be scrutinized in this country. They are part of the problem. I'm telling you this. Having said that, we look at what is happening in the other clan in Nigeria, to be precisely. You see, no person is happy about that. It's an incident that you can call anywhere. I don't like people hammering on this like if it is intentional. Their story is an accident. It happens. Look at the Ukraine and the Russia war. It happens. Russia bombed some soft targets like schools and hospitals. It's not intentional. Yes, it cannot indirect weapon where it will go. They have a mission, and that is war for you. That's why no person pray for war or situation like this. So Nigeria should take it calmly. And by the banks, there is a law that somebody should not withdraw more than so amount of money. And the banks allow people to withdraw large sum of money. The bank should be wholly responsible. There must be a law in this country. These banks that allow customers to withdraw money should be punished.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Cosmos, for calling. And the conversation continues. It's the time for animals and the villa to enjoy. It's their time. Dumb statements.
Thank
anyway,
you.
Good morning.
My prince. Good morning, my prince.
Good morning, Obasanjo.
Thank you. My prince, thank you. My headline goes to like this. The animal in the villa will take more than 200 million. I speak it on this platform. Why are we behaving like this? Somebody was talking of Nigerian. You can see. Thank God for this headline that come up. If animal will be in the villa, will be much very important than Nigerians. The way they are killing Nigerians, the federal government is killing Nigerians. In 2016, if I'm not mistaken,
Obasanjo, be careful with the way you say federal government. No, I don't say federal government has been killing Nigerians. Please, please take that back. Take that back, please. Take that back, Obasanjo.
I take it back.
Thank you.
In 2016 or 17, when the former chief of army staff, who is now ambassador in other country, during the Shia clash, how many people, how many Nigerians that we lost that time? That investigating, up to date, nothing has been shown on that investigating. Today, a lot of issues, killing there, and they will say it is an error. And those aircraft or those jet has future. If it is the future of the house, the jet will tell. If it is the future of a terrorist, the jet will tell. This is what is happening. This is how the terrorists then. But this one that we so called it's mistake, killing Nigerian for nothing, killing the poor men. That the animal in the villa are more important than them. We call this, we say no to federal government. Nigeria, we should rise up. No to federal government.
All right, thank you very much, Obasanjo. Thanks for calling. I don't get the emotions of overly fired up.
Hello, good morning, Iheanacho.
Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Eze Desmond. You can call me the Lotto Boy.
Eze Desmond, good to have you.
I am working for Kujera. Actually, this is the first time of calling online.
Yes, you always send voice notes. Thank you for joining in.
Yes,
this morning.
voice notes. Thank you very much for having me. So now I want to talk on the issue of the animals in the villa. Well, I think those are some of those dangerous and highly hungry animals that were purchased during the Goodluck Jonathan regime. I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I know. Then I called one of the radio stations, but I know. That of course if you go to Villa, the state house, they have the permanent secretary, they have all the bureaucracies that sees all those things. And believe me or not, there are a lot of people who are feeding concurrently with that animal. You understand me? Who are actually feeding from the money they are budgeting for the animals. And it's high time if those animals are being so costly and so let them be discarded and let them be removed away from that. Because sometimes most of them are in the wilderness. I know that they say they have a crocodile, the lions, and all those cheetahs and all that. So Nigerians are hungry, and this is not the time to feed animals with such a huge amount of money. On the issue of the money they are budgeted for the traveling of the Mr. President and all that, I think that is what we are saying. When you repair your house, you don't tell people to come. People who pass, they will see that this house is a beautiful house. You understand me? So what we need to do is this: number one, put on good policies, follow it up, and it will attract foreign investment naturally. You don't need to go and start begging people to come and bring their money. Though I know that a lot of them, they are doing it because of their pocket. What am I saying to? Of course, you know that the Julia doing in Nigeria today, there are some people that brought them. Of course, you know that getting some little something from it, they have their stake there. MTN in Nigeria, some people have stake there, whether I like it or not. So those big multinationals, a lot of our big man, they have their stake. And that is why you see that a lot of them are running up and down, going there and there. So, but I don't want to advise them, they should be careful in spending Nigerian money so that we will be happy at the end of the day.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Clement Zion Prince, welcome. I was just going to ask about you this morning. Welcome.
Some people, when they hold mic, it be like say that for no surrender and again for that people to talk. Let me go straight to my point.
Go ahead.
Tinubu and Setima's trips to GOP 10 billion naira. In a country that is that's supposed to cut cost. In a country where workers are paid peanuts and it is not enough for them to transport to workplaces. A country where people are dropping out of schools and there's no employment. Tinubu trips will go 10 billion. This is the height of profligacy. And people don't want to accept that some things that this government does is not right. All the things that this government does is not right. Now look at the massacre in Kaduna. And somebody doesn't want to say anything wrong in anything dispensed by those in power. And when they talk, let me tell you here, Nacho, when these people talk, It lost it. I am enchanted about even joining issues with them when they talk. Somebody tell you that even if animals are eating 3 billion a month, it is their time. It's the time of the animals and not the time of our human beings. Look at insecurity everywhere. One of those who kidnapped on the way to NYC is a Christian sister. She's been in the bed for 4 months. Nigerian lives don't matter. Over 100 killed in Kaduna by our armed forces. And if you say you have reservation about whatever anybody does in power, even if it's an army, somebody will tell you that the army will come after you, that he was once an army officer. Yeah, naturally, sometimes I'm not seated by the things that happen around me. Unfortunately, we are Nigerians. We cannot keep quiet. We just have to talk to them.
Absolutely.
God bless you.
Thank you very much. Have a very, very pleasant day. I'm going to take your messages in a bit. Maybe we should get to your messages now and see who is here. Let's quickly look at that. Okay. Let's see. Suleiman, let's hear you. Good morning.
Prince. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Suleiman.
How was your night, sir?
Very well.
Thank you so much, my prince. My name still remains the original Fulani man for the copy from National Assembly quarters. My prince, let me just make my comment briefly. My prince, as people are saying about this accident that happened in Kaduna, wallahi, my prince, as far as Suleiman is concerned, like Abdullahi Mekano said, me, I'm not accepting it. Look at the places that he mentioned. How many places kind of thing that happened? And always we are keep saying that it's a mistake. If this mistake, this is how it happened, wallahi, we don't know what is going to happen to next. We don't know to whom this kind of thing is happening. If always we are deceiving ourselves that it's a mistake, why the mistake cannot happen? These people to go and bomb the terrorists that is in this country. Why can't they go and do that kind of the same mistake to go and bomb the terrorists that killing in this country? So this kind of thing, me in particular, in my own opinion, I'm not talking another person's opinion, my own. Wallahi, I'm not sure it's a mistake, my friend. Truly, why I'm saying so? This thing happened the first time. You understand? The first time they killed, they actually the bomb. The people that come to save those victims and the cops, they come back after 30 minutes. The same place they throw that bomb. Haba, my prince. We know haba. This kind of thing, wallahi, is getting out of hand. But we are calling of our religion leaders, our northern leaders. We see during of this ECOWAS problem with Niger, they do a delegate, they go meet Mr. President. Please, we are calling them in the name of Allah. They should do the same delegate to go and meet President. They should make sure that something as they have do something about this kind of issue. Please and please, we are begging them in the name of Allah, and we don't want to hear any mistake. If the mistake will happen, let the mistake happen. They should go and bomb Boko Haram. They should bomb all the terrorists that is in this country. If this kind of mistake will happen, I believe all of us will be happy. We'll be very happy. We're glad with them that this kind of thing is happening. The mistake is happening. They are killing this Boko Haram.
All right,
we are praying for them. We are praying for
you. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Salasi, let's hear you.
Good morning, Prince Ehenacho. Good morning to the callers and listeners of this great radio station. Good morning to my Kanu and Usman Daura. I want to start by saying my heart goes still go to the people of Kaduna. You need to understand that over, I think 120 people were killed by this expensive, costly mistake. It's just like what Mekano is saying. This mistake has become a recurring thing. You remember what happened in Nasarawa? You remember what happened in Maiduguri? You remember IED camp in Maiduguri were bombed, even in Adamawa. It happens. It happened in Niger. It happened in so many places. This mistake shouldn't happen again. We are still talking about this insecurity. We are talking of loss of life here. Yesterday I was watching news. I saw this woman in Zamfara. They were crying for their children, for their wealth to be released to them. They are in the hands of bandits for over how many months? The Akwa Ibom youth corpus traveling all the way from Akwa Ibom, and they were kidnapped in Zamfara. Still up to now, they haven't been reunited with their family. When we call and talk about insecurity, some people will say, we are blackmailing, we are lamenting, we are wailers. Yes, today victims were yesterday survivor. Tomorrow victims were today survivor. If you think you are safe, if you think you are safe, see, this insecurity, as I always say, it's like throwing stone in the market. You never know who that storm may hit. I always cite the story of General Alkali. General Alkali was traveling to Bauchi. He never know he will be killed and thrown into the pond. This is a retired general, was killed just like that. So government must do the needful in the aspect of security. Thank you for giving me the privilege. Nagodi.
Thank you very much, Salasi. Let's get back to the phone lines and take more calls. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, that one lost. We lost that connection there. All right, getting back now. Seems like we'll just get back to the voice.
In the world,
yes, sir.
A decentralized Radio Highness, a nationalist. I greet you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Henacho, on the killings of civilians at Tudumburi in Kaduna State, upon their Islamic rights by the military, is not a mistake, Mr. Henacho. It's a deliberate attempt. I agree with Abdullahi Mekano. It's a deliberate attempt, Mr. Henacho. What kind of mistake is this? In Zamfara, it was a mistake. Niger, mistake. Adamawa, mistake. Maiduguri, mistake. Then Kaduna, no, Mr. Henacho. I think before this attack was carried out, they do gather intelligence on what happens to that and surveillance, Mr. Henacho. They must just be killing people. When it comes to civilians, they don't miss target. They don't miss at all. They hit at us. They hit and hit again. But when it comes to terrorists, they say they were caught nagging. They were caught unprepared. They were surprised, Mr. Henacho. Our life has no value, Mr. Hinacho. It's unfortunate. What a country. I saw the chief of army staff at the Tudunburi, who was there to condole the family. He gave them 10 million. He brought pure water, or this bottled water, minerals, Panta, and everything. We don't need that, Mr. Hinacho. Our system is not working. Our system is not working. Our system has collapsed. On the 10.5 billion naira meant for the president and VP and ex for feeding at the villa, Mr. Hinacho. 10 billion naira over 10 billion for feeding at a time. Nigerians cannot afford a square meal, Mr. Hinacho. At a time, parents cannot send their children to school. At a time, parents cannot access healthcare. At a time, Nigerians are not secured. At a time, poverty, hunger, name it, insecurity, Mr. Hinacho. Nigerians are suffering. Look at this amount of money that is budgeted for President and his aides. Another 200 million for animals in the villa. How many are there? I've been there. How many are there, Mr. How many are there, Mr. Hinacho? We are not fools in this country. I thought President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to rescue Nigeria. They came to make sacrifice. They came to right the wrongs and do the right thing. But unfortunately, they are in government to read themselves.
All right,
the other day, Olorun said that they will not.
We're just going to have to let that go now and bring in another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, baby.
Here, Nacho, please. My name is Nabidi Bless. I greet everybody and I greet you very much. God will continue to protect you.
Thank you.
Protect we need for you, nothing else, and God will bless your able. I greet everybody, Salati, a man of Maksu. What are we saying? Isn't that true? Salati always they talk, say, you don't know tomorrow, you don't know who this is. If they say, Kaduna people say, this thing will happen so day, nobody will say, nothing concerning no will happen. At least now, may we meet these people. Please, please. Human being where they keep, they are not animals, they are not a goat. It is human being where God creates. Like they just waste their life. You go tell me say
blessing. Seems like the network got the best of it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Professor Hinacho.
Welcome, Comrade Haruna. Good to have you.
This is Comrade Haruna on the line.
Let's hear you, sir.
My condolences to the family of those that misfired by Nigerian army. May like in the family, the fortitude to bear the loss. Professor Hinacho, I want to react on the 1,411 people that flew to Dubai for climate change. On this very platform on Monday, I want to quote Alamin. He says his office is in responsible in preparing those names and what have you. He was shocked to notice that it was 120 something names that came out. But some news have revealed yesterday, the government have debunked that news and said they sponsor over 400 people to Dubai for climate change. Professor Hinacho, how to plant tree is something that Nigeria needs to go to Dubai and go and learn. See, we have to tell this government the reality. You ask us to do sacrifice. We have sacrificed our subsidy. Now, government is just spending money. In fact, Mr. Hinacho, I rear animals. But this, just imagine 200 million naira for animals in the villa. What? They should sell those animals and convert that money to other challenges we are facing. Nigerians are hungry. People are living in this country without, they find it difficult to feed animals in the villa. Please, government should know this. In fact, to me, some of this information should not even come to the public domain.
All right.
Because it seems they are doing it to hurt us.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Haruna, thank you very much. And let's get to more of your thoughts now. Do we go to, all right, let's see, the SMS portal. There's a lot of messages here this morning from that. And, all right, let's see, who do we begin with? What's happening now? All right, let's begin with this one. And it says, good morning, presenter. Our gallant soldiers, presenter obviously our gallant soldiers are really trying a lot, but it seems whenever there is a misconduct among some of them, they will be treated as untouchables. Our leaders should know how to handle issues that involves termination of human lives so as to avoid repetition of such acts. Samson, thank you very much for your contribution. And moving on to the next caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Be
Yeah,
blessed.
Nacho,
Yes.
I want to talk. Please, when we pray for our soldiers, make them not make that kind of mistake again.
Okay.
Now, prayer will go take support them because you see, bad people, they are plenty pastors. People can divide what they want to do. Somebody can divide it. May we not blame them too much. May they not make that the same mistake again. Now, may we use prayer, follow our soldiers. Please, please, there is power in the tongue. Please, any matter what they want to do, anywhere where they want to go, may we use prayer back there. Anything can happen. Nobody can tell. Please, please, if now know what they want to happen for Nigeria, please, may we not talk, may we call president.
All right.
That try will continue to try, may continue to try for Nigeria, may save
Thank
Nigeria
you.
life.
Thank
I
you.
beg. May we
Thank you
support
very
them. May we
much.
support them. I beg.
Thank you, Bibi.
God
Blessing.
bless you.
Appreciate you. And Ogademano says, all that glitters is not gold. For those jackpotting to England and other countries for greener pastures should think twice before doing so, because things are not so rosy the way it is being taught, or the way it has been thought. Where would President and his vice be traveling to that would gulp 10 billion naira? Now, wow, Nigeria. From well, let's put this in perspective. So, if the president travels and the presidential fleets, servicing of presidential fleet or flights, fueling, especially now that aviation fuel is really expensive, the cost of hanging the planes when they get to their destination and paying for that, the number of days that they're going to be there, all of those things cost money. Okay, just to say, like, transportation of flying abroad, of flying the president isn't so cheap. So that's one aspect. But again, many Nigerians believe that the president traveling so much across the world isn't benefiting the country. I've heard people say, look, that was how President Buhari was, or the former president was globetrotting, and everybody said, oh, he knew what he was doing. He was wooing investors and all of that. But 8 years down the line, they really cannot see the impact of those travels. Well, this time around, the same situation is playing out. Let's hope that this one benefits Nigerians the much that they desire. Let's move on to more of your thoughts on WhatsApp now. And this one is from Innocent. Innocent says, good morning, Hanacho. The cash crunch at the banks could be coming from a combination of factors. Bureau de change operators working in cahoots with banks to stock cash ahead of diaspora returnees dollars. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting perspective there. CBN measures to manage dollar pressure on the naira, and also CBN's attempts to enforce the cashless policy through the back door. The government knows that the cashless policy was one of the greatest measures to manage the surge of money supply into the streets without equivalent value, thereby creating the inflationary pressure. But pride and the rush to pull through its plan for Emefiele will not allow them to take the policy forward. What will it take to reconcile all policies that will aid cashless transactions, especially transportation, to enable the poor have an ease of movement, which was the sole point of the rushed implementation earlier? This is a scandalous approach. It is indeed time for all animals in the villa to enjoy. Now we know who are in the villa. Thank you, Innocent. Thank you very much for your message. And I'm going to the next one. Yahya. Okay, before we get to Yahya's voice notes, this one's from who? Fortune from Life Camp. He said, good morning, Hanacho. Hope you're good. I'm good. Thank you very much for asking. I don't recall you reading these headlines as yours. People should know that selected gains of a wrong move cannot make headlines when the people who should gain are being killed, kidnapped, and stifled by bad economic decisions. You can see the budget for trips, hotels, and animals in Aso Rock. Abi, you see the impunity and insensitive boldness from these people. I can only imagine how okay, I think that Salatu feels right now. Things are getting hopeless by the day. How can this country not mourn fly our flag at low mast for this incident in Kaduna. Life now doesn't matter in this side of the map, my brother. I move. Thank you very much for your intervention, Fortune. And Yahya is here. Good morning, Yahya. Let's hear you, sir.
Good morning, Prince Yanajo. My name is Yahya from Suleja. First and foremost, I want to condemn the attack on civilians by the military that has killed almost over 100 people. It's quite unfortunate. It's sad. It's unacceptable. Because I've never heard the military saying carrying out an attack on the bandit and recording almost 100 or something at once. But they've done it on the civilian. How come? I think it should be investigated. The people behind it should be called to book. They should be prosecuted and make sure that they go to jail or the proper punishment will be meted out to them. It's not acceptable. Okay, some people say this one sectionalism of they appoint this one chief of this thing from this zone. Now the chief of army staff is from Kaduna State, and the civilians in Kaduna over 130 some people civilians were being killed because of mistake bombing. So what have they benefited? That's what we used to tell some people in this country. It's not about you having an appointment from your own area because you want to benefit from it or something like that. It doesn't go that way. And as for the animals at the Aso Rock, I congratulate them for this kind of money they want to give to them for feeding. I think, I don't want to condemn it because as yesterday I was at the Federal Secretariat. So I think one of the dogs at the Eagle Square, one was shouting seriously, and we were saying that this dog is hungry. I think they need to be taken care of. You understand? So it's their own time for that. And as for Supreme Court telling Ozokome to pay 40 million naira because of frivolous, I think some lawyers in this country, they need to even look at the cases they take to court too. In as much as they have their own right to take any case they like to court, the Supreme Court also has the right to met any punishment out to them if they deem that the case is frivolous. I think you should pay for that and you should serve as a deterrent to others. Thanks, have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Let's go now to the next one. Anthony Witness, good morning to you.
President Nacho, good morning. This is Anthony Witness. Quickly, preference on Nigerians is not an issue of today. This is what we've been seeing throughout Buhari time, which was the same thing. Cows were being honored and respected. They have their way through express road. It is a human being that used to pack for them to pass as honorable as they are. So, and the thing has continued now. Preference for animals in the villa to consume millions of naira in a period in time. And somebody is saying, now they are turn, just like a Melocon, now they are turn for animals to continue to enjoy, while human beings will continue to roast. It's all right. Let us continue to move. Firstly, I want to talk about a promotion exam that some civil servants failed. I said it before. Employment that were made for the past 8 years plus. Believe you me, if you are going to do Operation Show Your Certificate, believe you me, a particular session in this country we lose over 90% of their people that is in civil service right now. I'm telling you, they never attended any university. Their university is just business center where they have a director that is their relation that directed them, go and bring a better certificate. This is just secondary school certificate, and I want to give you a good position. They just go to business center, you print out a certificate of the particular university of their choice, and they will give them employment. I am telling you, I don't want to begin to tell you a particular business center where I was and I saw them come to do such a thing. So if you declare Operation Show Your Certificate in this country for civil servants, health will roll. I'm telling you, particularly from a particular section of this very country. This is how we roll. And somebody told us yesterday that this misfiring, so to speak, of the Air Force, it may be traced to incompetence in the issue of water system. Let the people be there, whether they know what to do or not. This is a weapon that is precise. They are set through the Google map and everything, and they don't miss their target. But when incompetent people are there, what do you get? This is what you get. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Honorable Edward, good morning.
Good morning, Prince Ehenecho.
Good morning.
Thank you for the beautiful work we are doing. My name is Honorable Edward. President Echo, we thank God Mr. President is back to the country, and we're very sure that he will definitely do something about what happened in Kaduna State. One thing I want you to know, all of us to know, is that we keep on complaining about politicians, without, acknowledging that civil servants are our major problem. These people are our major problem. I'm talking about the animals in the villa. The budget is there. These people will copy last year budget and paste in this year budget. The same thing you see last year budget is the same thing you see in this year budget. That is why you can see animals having the same allocation they had, rather it has been increased without the civil servant looking at the critical condition in which Nigeria are in. So you see, the budget is prepared by the civil servant, not by National Assembly. Now, I said this last week, it is better for us to come out now and defend the budget by going to National Assembly. Remove this item. This item is not good for the Nigeria as it stands. How can an animal will feed more than a human being? It's not proper, to be honest. The civil servants are coming to, those people working in the village, they are civil servants, they are coming to defend the budget, and they will defend it. So we, the Nigerians, have to go to National Assembly too. We have the right. Look here. Talk to your House of Representatives, your senators, to do something about it. This is bad. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next. Okay, Chuku, good morning. Let's hear you.
Hello, Ianacho. Good morning. My name is Okechukwu. I want to know how much did they budget for animal feeding? You see, what we are saying, Nigerians are hungry. People cannot eat. People cannot transport themselves to their working place, but they are budgeting billions of naira for animal. Just something he cannot speak, he cannot walk. They are budgeting such money for it. Even if you watch those animals, they will not still give them the food very well. That's what we are saying. Look at the massacre in Kaduna. Nothing happened. Nobody's saying anything. Honestly, I don't know why this country is like this. Killing innocent souls. Innocent people are dying. Nothing is happening. And you expect God to be happy with the country where the innocent blood are crying for vengeance, that their blood were wasted for nothing, and people are saying nobody's saying anything. It's uncalled for. I told you that the way these people are ruling us is not good, but nobody wants to say anything. All of us are inside it. Everybody we carry his cross. Please, I want you to update me. How far? I hope the refinery that they promised us that we will work this December, I hope they have started doing something about it. Please update me, because I know it may be a scam to us very soon. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, Okechukwu. Let's see who else is here. Okay, seems like I didn't. Okay, Prosper says no room for any caller to dictate which news to be read. You have the exclusive rights to mute and take off any partisan caller if it happened. Nigerians have a right to know about it. Oh, some poor vulnerable Nigerians are probably wishing to be villa animals at now because of the massive cash animals are enjoying. What a time. You're doing well, Radio Aristocrats. Thank you very much, Prosper. And let's quickly move. We're running out of time. This one's from Alex Jennifer. You say, good morning, Prince. How are you doing? Let me use this opportunity to tell Nigerians that the president doesn't travel with his stewards and cooks. They just said that to defend their errors. Then for military killing Kaduna villagers, have you forgotten that our military recruits repented terrorists into the military? Okay. So what do you expect? Nigeria is at war. Then for those people defending this government, they don't know anything about this government. Okay. They're just complaining, complicating themselves. And hereby bringing enmity to themselves. I advise them to stop before it will be too late. Alex Jennifer, thank you very much. And this next one is from Akamata. Akamata says, this is the real example of a bad workman quarreling with his tools. Incompetent government would always give you thousands of reasons why it's underperforming. The media will continue to be the scapegoats because they're exposing their shortcomings and at the same time informing the citizens. Akamata, thank you. Moving on to the next one, and we'll close it shortly. And it's from Abbas from Duse. Abbas says, the money Mr. Tinubu budgeted for traveling is too outrageous. Just like the one earmarked for buying of cars. These are irrelevant frivolities that need to stop. Some of us who voted for this government has been disappointed by Mr. Tinubu's insincerity, disbursement of funds. Please, Mr. President, has to stop this wastage. There are more important pressing issues begging for attention in Nigeria. We didn't vote for Mr. Tinubu to come and be reckless in spending. For those of us who voted for Tinubu, we can't stop to checkmate his policies. President Tinubu has to be meticulous in allocation and budgeting of public funds. Thank you, Abbas. And this is where we'd have to close the conversation this morning. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of it. To those of you who shared your thoughts. Aldo Noja, it's been a while. I haven't heard from you. I'm hoping that you're doing good. Okay, those of you who haven't called in a bit, let's hear from you. Abdullahi Mekano, thank you. Apostle Osalife, Abubakar Ali, GB, Chief Cosmos, Obasanjo, and Ezra Desmond, Clement Zion, Prince Suleiman, Salasi, Usman Daura, Blessing, Haruna, Samson, Ogenamanu, Innocent, Fortune, Yahya, Anthony Witness, Honorable Edward Prosper, Jennifer Akamata, as well as Abbas. Thank you all for being a part of it. We'll come back with fresh headlines tomorrow at this time from 7 a.m. running up to 8. And Sports on Eagles Wings comes on with Vicky Vic right after now. And at 9 o'clock, we'll be back to talk more and some of the